Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B getting ready for game two of my Stanley Cup pre-play using shootout hockey between Montreal and Tampa Bay. As you know, tonight is Wednesday, so we have game two tonight on the TV for everybody to watch. Or maybe you're going to the game. If you're going to the game, let me know. I think that'd be cool if somebody here would to be attending a Stanley Cup Finals game down there in Tampa. In game one, in my replay, though, it was Montreal coming out on top 4-2. I think Tampa Bay took a 2-goal lead in the first period. Then Montreal shot back with 3 straight plus an empty netter, and that would cap things off in game one. So in my replay, it's going a little bit different than real life. So let's see what's going to happen in game two today for me, and then tonight, let's see what happens in game two for reals. All right, so let's get down to ringside here, as we like to say, and it's going to be Montreal at Tampa Bay. We're going to keep the same goalies in the net. I'll probably keep just Price and Vasilevsky throughout the whole thing, unless something happens in real life that I need to make a change. But for right now, I think that's what I'm going to go with. And just making sure that we are on here and looking okay. And yeah, things be doing okay. As New Jersey Tabletop's already in the house here in Tampa Bay. Okay, just like to check my feed here. Alrighty, so let's see. In this game here, I already rolled the dice, and Vasilevsky brought his A game. So he is going to be the better of the two goalies. That's why Montreal's shooting range or scoring range is so low, because Vasilevsky rolled a B. So, yeah. So it's going to be a slight advantage here in game two for Tampa Bay again. All right, let's drop the puck here. Game two in Tampa. And I forget what they called the name of the place. And New Jersey Tabletop says, go Habs. Well, they took game one, so let's see if they can take game two here as well and go back to Montreal up 2-0. So let's kick things off. Game two from I forget what they call the center down there. I heard it on the radio. I don't know where Tampa Bay plays. I just don't know. I don't follow Tampa Bay. I don't care about Tampa Bay. But I forget the name of the stadium down there. So tonight it's gonna be Tampa Arena in my replay until I hear better. All right, here we go. 2 minutes off the clock. And now let's check for our first scoring chance of the game. 65 is going to be nobody. I'm going to flip again here. 2 minutes off the clock. So we now played almost 5 minutes here. Actually, 4 minutes here in Tampa. And it's going to be 65 again. So no chance for either team. Another minute off the clock. And anything going on here? Penalty B. Uh-oh, we could have some fisticuffs here or a major penalty. Let's check this out. So a Z2. Do I have a Z2? I do not have a Z2. Uh-oh. Now for Tampa. And 2 and a 1 and a fight. No. So some pushing and shoving, but we're not going to have a fight because neither team has a 2 or a 1 rated player. So we're going to let this slide. The referee's just going to separate them. And no calls here in game two. And so we move on. No time off the clock this time. And 88 is going to be a scoring chance for Tampa. So Tampa's going to get the first scoring chance of the game as they did in game one. All right, inside the Montreal zone, it's going to be Hedman there, the defenseman. Emil Arena. Okay. I thought it was something like that, but I wasn't sure. I thought it was a seal, but it's Emil Arena. Okay. Steeler fan shows up here for game two. We're just underway, and it's going to be Hedman. I think it's Victor Hedman, right? Hedman's going to get the first shot on goal here, the first decent shot on goal of the game. He's going to take it from the face-off circle. Hedman, possible save by Carey Price. They need a 5 to a 10. 5 or 10, 5 to 10, and he makes the save with a 6. And so the first good scoring chance is turned aside by Carey Price, who could be the playoff MVP when it's all said and done. 3 minutes off the clock. We're down to about 12 minutes ago here in the first period. 19 is going to be no chance for either team. 3 minutes off the clock in the first period now. It's going to be a scoring chance for Montreal, so they're going to have a chance to take the lead here. It's going to be Toffoli's going to get a chance. The third line out there that did some damage in game one as well. Toffoli is going to cut into the slot. Toffoli in on Vasilevsky's score. And Toffoli has put Montreal up 1-0 here in game two as they continue to stun the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it's going to be Toffoli from Kulak and, wow, Edmondson. Well, that's different. So Toffoli, the third liner out there with a second line D, is going to be Edmondson and Kulak on the assist. Even strength goal. Oh, no, even strength goal. And halfway through the first period, Montreal's on top 1-0. And here we go. Let's drop the puck now for the face-off. Oh, let me do this right now. 1 minute, I already took the minute off the clock. So Tampa now trailing in this game. A 4, another chance for Montreal. Back-to-back chances for the Canadians. Is going to be Drouin now. Drouin into the Tampa zone. Drouin stops. Long shot from the blue line through a screen. Possible save. It's got to be 6-12. And he saves it. Vasilevsky 6-12 with the 12 makes the save, and he keeps Tampa Bay in it a little bit longer. 2 minutes off the clock here in the first period. 1-0 our score, and another chance for Montreal. All low numbers coming up here. Boy, this is like the game last night with Atlanta-Philadelphia. Well, Philadelphia got every low roll, and Tampa Bay, Atlanta Flames got every high roll. Just kind of went last night. Armia with it now. Fourth line right winger out there. The Canadians' third and fourth line doing some damage. Armia is going to be from the blue line. His long shot is turned aside by Vasilevsky. And we play on. 1 minute off the clock. We do a check here. 85. Finally, is another chance for Tampa. Going to try to tie this one up here. It is going to be B. It's going to be Gord with it now. Gord in the Montreal zone. He takes the pass. He moves into the slot. Gord shoots, and it's going to be saved by Price, but we got a rebound, and the rebound on Price is a 2. And it's going to be, we got a showdown roll. So Gord gets his own rebound, but we tie. And what I do on rebound is I do a showdown roll. So we're going to look at red die. Left for Montreal and right for Tampa. And they have to win it over here. So Tampa's the red over here on the right. And saved by Price with the 4. Oh, wow. So a nice rebound shot there. But Price makes the save. Then we move on here in the first period. 3 minutes off the clock. We're down to just over 2 minutes to play in the first. And, almost a chance for Montreal. And that will end the period. So let's take a look at our shots on goal. It is going to be... let's see, what do we got? 3-2. It's going to be, we'll go 10 for Montreal. And for Tampa, they will get 8. So we go to the second period now. 1-0 our score as we check out the goal scorer in this game. And it was Toffoli from the defenseman Edmondson and Kulak. And Montreal leads this 1-0 as we go to the second period. This is game 2 of the replay. Montreal took game 1 in my replay, so let's see how Montreal does compared to real life. And right now, they're doing much better than they are in real life with game 2 tonight on the TV. All right, so we got a minute off the clock here in the second period. And 87. Got to be a chance for Tampa now to tie this one up. Right off the bat here in the second period, it's going to be Stamkos. Stevie Stamkos with it now. Stamkos into the Montreal zone from the faceoff circle. Medium range shot. Shoots this one. And not a possible save by Price. Needs a 5-10. And Stamkos goes with a 4. Stamkos puts this one home. And Tampa Bay has tied the game at 1-1 here in the second period. So Stamkos out there with the first line defense. So Stamkos from Palat. And anybody else want an assist here? Palat and Hedman. So Stamkos with the goal from Palat and Hedman. Victor Hedman. Victor, I presume. All righty. 1-1 our score here in the second period. Tampa Bay back in it early. And let's roll. I'll flip a card here. 2 minutes off the clock. And here we go. 45. Could be a possible penalty on Montreal. Y and X2. I don't think I have a Y or an X2. They're a pretty clean team. They're a young team, but they're a clean team. And, yeah, there's no penalty on the Canadians. And somewhere in Vermont, somebody is having a third breakfast and going to have a fourth breakfast to celebrate that call. 1 minute off the clock. 33, that is nobody. 2 minutes off the clock. And 29 is nobody. 4 minutes off the clock. Boy, a low-scoring game here in Game 2. 8, another chance for the Canadians. I'm trying to go back on top here. It's going to be Josh Anderson, the second-line right winger. Josh Anderson's going to take the pass. Anderson from the blue line, long way out. He shoots this one and turned aside by Vasilevsky. And we play on. 1 minute off the clock here, so halfway through the game. And another chance for the Canadians. Wow, 1-11, and they are getting twice as many scoring chances as Tampa Bay in this one. They are just outplaying them, out-muscling, out-hustling, and out-bustling. Josh Anderson again. Anderson this time from the face-off circle, a little closer. Anderson shoots this one. Could be another save. 6-10, save with a 6-12. Actually, 6-12, so a 6 is good enough for a save. So Vasilevsky making a save. So can Tampa Bay get things turned around here? 4 minutes off the clock. And 66 is nobody. Another minute off the clock. 19 is nobody. So a lot of low rolls in this game. 1, 2, 3. So down to the last couple minutes of the period. 43. Possible penalty on the Canadians. And it's going to be X and Y2. No. Wow. Nothing. So another penalty check. And it's time for fifth breakfast up in Vermont to celebrate. Maybe some whipped cream on the pancakes. 1 minute off the clock. And we get another check here. Another chance for Montreal. Wow, they are taking it to him late in the period now. It's going to be D. This is going to be Gallagher now. Gallagher, the maddest from the blue line. His long shot is turned aside by Vasilevsky. And that will end the second period. So Tampa climbs back in and on a goal by Stamkos. And we are tied at 1-1 here in our Game 2 pre-play of the 2020-2021 Stanley Cup Finals. And it's ironic that we're going to be playing hockey on July 4th again this year, and we'll be awarding the cup in July. How imagine that, Tampa Bay, man, if they award the cup in Tampa Bay to whoever team in July. That's going to be in Florida, the hottest time of the year. That's going to be pretty nuts. I see Montreal is going to have 11 shots on net. That gets them up to 21. And for Tampa Bay, they will have 11 shots as well. And that gets them up to 20. So Montreal, a slight advantage in shot, 21-20 as we go to the third period. All right, here we go. Third period here at Game 2 in our Stanley Cup pre-play. It's got 2 minutes off the clock. And it's going to be 74. That's going to be nobody. Almost a chance for Tampa, but no. 2 minutes off the clock. Time ticking away here. 44. Another possible penalty on Montreal. And Z and X2, and no, wow, they just don't have anybody that's going to commit any fouls in this game. So we play on. 2 minutes off the clock, so we're down to 14 and change. 27, that is neither team. Kind of a vanilla type of game here. 2, 3, that'll come up on 11 minutes to go. And it's going to be 67. That is nothing. So Tampa, with the 82-100, is having a hard time getting scoring chances in this game, as it's just 1-1. Now about halfway through the third period. It's going to be 56. Possible penalty on Tampa Bay. And Y and a Z. Do I have a Y or a Z? Ooh, I don't see a Y or a Z. I don't see a Y or a Z. Nope. So there's going to be no penalty on Tampa. So each team avoiding the penalties here in this game. And we play on. Another minute off the clock. Now in the second half of the final period. 35. It is nothing. 4 minutes off the clock. Could be looking for overtime. I don't know. 93. Chance for Tampa here with a little over 5 minutes to play. As Skolnin says, Wiki order the season over here where it says Shootout Hockey Game. That's where you want to go. www.shootouthockey.game.com. You can buy the game, the fast action cards. It's all PDF, by the way, so it's kind of a print and play type of game, but it's very inexpensive. It's very fun. And the helper that I'm using, this is not the game itself. This is the helper for the game, is free. The Shootout Hockey helper is free. So if you get the game, you just put in the images and the team roster, and you can play any team that you own right here in the helper. I like to use the helper. It's kind of fun, but I still have the all the charts here. I have the charts off to the side if I need them, and I have the team cards on the table if I need them, and the whole bit. But I like to play in the helper when I stream. So, shootouthockey.game.com is where you can find it there. And just talk to John. John's a great guy that makes and sells the game. Alrighty, so we got the scoring chance now for Tampa Bay late in the game. Yeah, this is the helper. Yeah, just search Shootout Hockey Helper. And you'll find it there. I think I've done some videos on it that I do have the link in videos for the helper here, and I even did a video to show how to put everything into the helper too. It's really easy. It's really not as hard as it sounds. There's 6 teams that come with the helper, and all you do is just mimic those 6 teams with the other teams you want to input, and it's a piece of cake. It really is. Alrighty, so it's going to be Tampa Bay scoring chance now. It's going to be L, and it's going to be Goodrow. Goodrow with a little over 5 minutes left here in the game, in the regulation. Goodrow going to be from the blue line again. A long shot for Goodrow, and it's going to be turned aside by Carey Price. What is my preferable hockey game? Again, it's kind of a tough question to answer because they all do different things. Like this game I like because it's highlight driven. I can play it in about 15 minutes, and I feel like I played a full game. I also like Apple Hockey, but Apple Hockey is going to take an hour and a half to play, but you play the whole game and you feel like you see it all play out. This is a highlight game. You feel like that you've kind of got the idea of what happened in the game, but with APA, you see every shot on net. You see every penalty. You see everything plays out with APA Hockey. So when I want a quick game, I like to play this. When I got time and I want to lay the cards on the table and play a full game with line changes, I like to use APA Hockey. From time to time, I will play Hockey Blast as well, and also Strat Hockey. I just find that Shootout and Apple Hockey my go-to. And Shootout has a fast play mode called EZ, Shootout Hockey EZ. That's free on their website to get. And you can quick play a game, and that's been fun as well. As Al Red Sox fan shows up here, as he checks out Game 3 here, is and MP Fox got here just at the right time. Yeah, you got here in crunch time. We got about 5 minutes to play, and it's 1-1 our score. So Carey Price making the save here on Tampa Bay. I forget who took that shot. Was that Goodrow taking the shot? I forget. All right, so let's play on here. So we're going to get 4 minutes off the clock. Oh, we're looking at overtime here. So it's going to could be the last flip of the game, and it's going to be 95 Tampa. Oh, boy, with a minute to play, is going to get a scoring chance. It's a 2-on-1 rush. Here come the Lightning. It's going to be N. N is Maroon, the third line out there. Maroon coming in. Maroon. From the blue line, his long shot on Price. Score! He took a long drive on a 2-on-1, and he shocked Price with that high-rising shot. And Tampa Bay has taken a 2-1 lead here with just over a minute to play. Oh, they might have just evened up the series on this Maroon goal. And it's 2-1. So Maroon, he gets an assist from the left D, Hedman. So it's going to be Pat Maroon from Victor Hedman, who's had a great game. That's going to be an even strength goal, and it's going to be at 18:42 of the third period, and it's going to be crunch time now for the Canadians. So let's flip a card here, and okay, so we're going to be in the last minute of play. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do, as I explained, my house rule is 2 open net flips. And I'm going to be looking down here in the bottom right under 6th. That's the open net column. So the goalie is out for Montreal, and I look here. An empty net goal on the first card will win the game. Okay? Anything else, and I have up to 2 pulls. So I go 30 seconds here with the man advantage, with the goalie out. Just provide some excitement for me. And New Jersey Table Salt says, I'm going to get rid of some of your Apple Hockey stuff. Really? Well, let me know what you're getting rid of. Let me know what you're getting rid of. And if there's something I'm interested in, maybe I'll pick it up from you. But I love my Apple Hockey. I do. I just, as a hockey guy, that's the most complete hockey game I've seen. That just my opinion. But it's pretty complex too. But once you get the groove of it, it makes sense. The rule book, someone should rewrite the rule book. Maybe I'll rewrite it, because it is really difficult to read. But once I started playing it all made sense. All right, so let's go here. So we're in the final minute of play. The goalie is out. They're skating 6-on-5. Let's get the first flip of the card here, and it's going to be nothing. So we're in the final 30 seconds. Time ticking away. Montreal trying to set it up in the Tampa zone. They're trying to get that final shot on goal. And it's going to be a goal. They tie it up. Montreal has tied the game with 2 seconds left. And it was Josh Anderson tying the game for Montreal. And we will go to overtime. Oh, man. Anderson out there with the first-line defense gets the job done. So Anderson, any help on the play, and it's going to be Petrie. And Montreal has salvaged an overtime chance here. So it's going to be, who did I say? Oh, man, I forget who I said it was now. Man, who got the goal again? I forget who got the goal. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It was second line. Oh, Josh Anderson. I'm sorry. Josh Anderson with the goal. And Petrie had the assist here, the defenseman there. That's right. Yeah, Petrie D. Where's Petrie? Petrie. There he is. Jeff Petrie. Holy cow. Even strength with a goaltender on the bench at 19:58. And we're going to overtime. Yep. So we are going to overtime. Wow. So you get the 19-20 season, huh? You get the hockey mat, and interesting. I like the hockey mat that I have. That's a custom one though. And someone in Vermont is very happy as we do go to overtime. So let's just check the shots on goal in that period. That's going to be 10 more for Montreal, so they'll get 32. And wow, they will tie this game up at the buzzer pretty much. And for Tampa Bay, they will get 10 shots as well. So 32-31, the shots on goal are. And we go to overtime. Oh, man, this is pretty unbelievable. I get a lot. This project, I tell you, has been really fun. I've had a lot of great games, a lot of close games. I think I've only had 1 or 2 games that I would consider stinkers out of all the ones I've played. So it's been really, really fun. All righty, so it's going to be now, what do we got here? Overtime. Next period. It's overtime 1 here in Tampa at the Emile Stadium. And let's see if Montreal can steal game 2 or if Tampa Bay will even the series up at 1-1. And someone in the Bay Area, not so much. Yeah. Right? I know. All right, folks, here we go. This is overtime, and I'm not going to play penalties in overtime. We're going to play it out. I'm going to put the whistle away, and we're going to play straight up here. So, and what I'll do, though, if we go 10 minutes of overtime, then I will look at a penalty. And I will use my 1 in 6 dice roll on a penalty. So the first 10 minutes, I'm not going to have any penalties. After 10 minutes, once we start getting to extended play, I will include the penalties if I roll a 1 or a 6 on the red die. So let's go here. So in overtime, and we got 1 minute off the clock. And the first chance goes to nobody. And more time off the clock here, 2 minutes off the clock. So we played about 3 minutes here of overtime, sudden death overtime. Let's check the roll here. 31 is nobody. I can't believe Tampa Bay was an 82-100. Montreal with a 1-11, and we're tied at 2-2. Another time check here, 2 minutes off the clock. And it's going to be 74, and there's still no chances for either team. 3 minutes off the clock. We're going deep into overtime now. A scoring check, 36 is nobody. 2 minutes off the clock, so we're almost in penalty range right now. And 69 is nobody, so now we can have a possible penalty in this game. 3 minutes off the clock. And the number is 2. Montreal will get the first chance here in overtime. Right around the 13-minute mark. Let's see what's going to happen. So Montreal is going to try to finish this and take a 2-0 series lead back to Montreal. It is going to be it's going to be Toffoli with it now. Toffoli in overtime. Toffoli, long shot from the blue line. It's turned aside by Vasilevsky. And we shall play on here in Tampa Bay. 3 minutes off the clock now. We are in OT1. 34. It is nothing. Tampa Bay with no scoring chances here as we approach the end of overtime 1. 22 is nothing. And 3, and that will end the period. So we're going to go to a second overtime here in Tampa. So we got 8 shots on net for Montreal. That brings them up to 40. And Tampa will have just 2 shots here in that period. And we will go to overtime 2 here. Double overtime. Double your trouble. Double stuffed Oreos here on the channel. And let's kick things off here. Let's flip the card. It's going to be 2 minutes off the clock. And no scoring chance for either team. Tampa hasn't had a scoring chance in overtime yet. And 34 is nothing. It's all low numbers here. And this favors Montreal. And how about this one here? 65. Still no chance for Tampa in overtime. What is this number going to be? 73. It's still no chance for Tampa. So now we got the possible penalty time here. 96. There we go. A chance for the Lightning to win it here in double overtime. Tampa with their first scoring chance of either overtime. It's going to be Coleman with it now. Coleman into the Montreal zone from the blue line. His long shot. Score! And the Lightning have won it in double overtime on the goal by Coleman. A long shot from the blue line. It might have hit a defenseman in front, and it bounces in behind Price, and the series is tied at 1-1. Let's check to see who got some help on that goal there from Coleman. So Coleman from Gord and Goudreau. So the whole line scores. So Coleman gets the goal from Gord and Goudreau, the first line getting it done. 10:57 the time of the goal. And Tampa will win this one 3-2 in double overtime. So let me just write this down here. Tampa 3, Montreal 2 in 2 overtimes. Wow, it's my first, it's my second double overtime game of this thing here. I think it was that Montreal Rangers game was double overtime using Strat PC hockey. So, oh boy, so now I'm not even going to bother with the exact goalie time because I'm not going to save the box score. But anyway, that is that. Let's take a look at what happened in this game. In the first period, it was Tyler Toffoli putting Montreal up 1-0, and that was all the scoring we had in the first. In the second period, it was Stamkos tying it for Tampa Bay, 56 seconds in, and that was all the scoring in the second period. We didn't have a lot of penalties. I don't think we didn't even have one power play opportunity in this game. In the third period, Tampa goes on top on a Pat Maroon goal with 1:18 to play, and we thought that was it. That late goal was going to be the kiss of death for Montreal, but with just 2 seconds to play, Josh Anderson tied it for the Canadiens, and that would send us into overtime. And not only would that send us into overtime, it would send us into double overtime, where about midway through it was Blake Coleman getting set up from Gord and Goudreau, and Blake Coleman is the hero tonight as he gives Tampa the 3-2 double overtime win. Wow, that was fun. Boy, this product just doesn't seem to disappoint. I don't know how I'm going to top this, really. If you've been following along, the games have just been down to the last minute. Some overtime games, some thrillers, some great comebacks. The Flyers have won 2 in a row in in my 77-78 replay, if you follow that at all. Holy cow, they were trailing in the third period 2 games in a row. They tied it and won in overtime in both games, and it's just the 77-78 replay has been fun, along with this one here as well. So, hey, thanks everybody that tuned in as you get on with your day. I think it's going to be another hot one. We got thunder showers coming tonight, so I'm going to have to get out, and I don't think I'm going to walk my dog. It's just too dang hot today, so I think I'm going to head out. I got very little work today because of the heat. It's put me out of work again, so I think I might go to the gym, rehab my knee, and see what goes on for the rest of the day. But thanks for tuning in, you guys. So the series is tied at 1-1, and I think the next game is Friday. If they go every other day, it might be Friday or Saturday. I'll double check, but I'll try to keep up with the series here. So I need to go and post my results into the Facebook group and Delphi as well, and that should be that. So we'll have to have Game 3 either on Friday or Saturday whenever they head up to Montreal. So, hey, I'm Dave. Hey,